Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we'll be looking at question 27. So here this question says, now listen to this question carefully. It says that a farmer buys a used tractor for rupees 12,000, right? This is the initial cost that is paid by the farmer for the tractor. This is the total cost, right? What he do? He pays rupees 6,000 cash. So initially he pays rupees 6,000 for that tractor, right? He give rupees 6,000 and bring the tractor to his farm, right? Then the remaining amount he agrees to pay the balance, the remaining amount in annual installments. So that means at the end of each year he would be paying rupees 500 plus 12% interest on the unpaid amount, right? So initially if you see, the total amount was 12,000, correct? And he had already paid 6,000 out of it. So what is the unpaid amount by him, which is 6,000, right? Now, so that means this 12% interest would be on the remaining amount. So initially it would be 6,000. Then on the second year he has already paid 500 out of this, so he will be left with 5,500. So in the next year 12% would be the balance or interest onto this amount. Next in the third year he had already paid 500 rupees 2 times, so that means the remaining amount would be 5,000 and so on. So he'll be paying this interest 12% on the remaining amount, 6,000, 5,500, 5,000, 4,500 and so on, until the amounts become zero. So we have to tell how much the tractor cost him. So what is the total cost which is paid by him? In the case of EMIs or installments, it is always the cost which is actually paid is always greater than the actual cost, which is 12,000. So why this is so? Because we have to pay this 12,000, and in addition to this 12,000 we also have to pay the interest amount. So we have to calculate what is the interest amount in this particular case, right? So the total cost of tractor is 12,000, amount paid by him is 6,000, remaining amount is 6,000 as I have told you, right? Now we will calculate what is the installment on interest on first installment. Why? Because we wanted to add up all the interest amount. So we will be calculating in the first installment he would pay 12% of 6,000, which is the unpaid amount, correct, which comes out to be 720. This thing So therefore after first year he will first pay 500 rupees and the interest amount, which is 720, which is 1220 rupees, correct? So he'll pay this much rupees after first year. After second year, so out of the 6,000 he has paid 500, so he'll be left with the remaining amount this much, which was the principal amount, which was 6,000. We are not taking into account the interest, this interest amount. Why? Because we are talking about the principal amount, correct? It was 6,000 a priori, and now because he has paid 500 in the first installment, he'll be left with 5,500 rupees. So when we wanted to calculate the interest on the second installment, so we would have to take 12% of this 5,500 and not 6,000 minus this, correct? So when you compute this thing, it comes out to be 660, correct? So therefore the total cost which is paid by the farmer after second year, it would be 500 as per the balance amount and 660 as per the interest. So when you calculate it, it would come out to be 1,160. Similarly, in this case, the remaining amount out of that 5,500, now he had also paid 500, so he'll be left with 5,000. So he'll be calculating the interest on third installment from this 5,000. So he'll be calculating 12% of 5,000, which is 600. Right? So therefore the total cost paid by him after third year, it would be 500 plus 600, which is 1,100. Therefore the total amount which is paid by him, let's see what is the total amount. After first year he would have paid 1,220. After the second year it is 1,160. After the third year it is 1,100. So you see this amount keep on decreasing. So we have to see up to what term we will go up to this, right? For how many years we have to perform this thing, that then only we are able to calculate the interest rate. So we have to see for how many years this would continue. So here we know the amount 6,000, this decreases per year by 500. So therefore in the first year it was 6,000, then 5,500, then 5,000, 4,500 and so on until it would become 500 and then last 0. So that means it forms a AP clearly, because we have a common difference in each. After each year we are taking out 500 from it. So here the first term is 6,000, the common difference is minus 500. Now notice it is not plus 500, it is minus 500, and this AN, the last term, is 500, because thereafter we would not have to give the interest. So we'll have to give the interest up to this term only when the principal amount reduces to 500. So therefore we have to calculate for what value of n should we do this thing, correct? Okay, so to do that we have to calculate, we already know the formula for AN, which is A plus n minus 1D. So you know the value of A, the value of D is also known, the value of AN is also known. We will calculate n from this one, correct? So we can substitute all the values here, simplify for n. When you simplify for n, you get the value of n as equal to 12. So therefore in this case we would say for 12 years the installments would continue, right? So therefore when we have to find the total amount paid by the farmer in 12 years, it would be this series, right? Because he'll be paying this much amount every year, and we have to do this, calculate this up to 12 years. So how can we do that? Here also it forms an AP. We can make use of AP with the first term as 1220. The common difference, when you subtract this from this or this from this, you get the common difference as minus 60. And the number of years we have to perform this thing is 12. So therefore in this case the sum of first 12 terms, but if you remember the formula for sum, it is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 times of d. This is the formula for sum. You know the value of n, the value of a, the value of d. You can substitute all these values and calculate what is S12. So once you do that, compute this, you see this is the amount which is paid by him. This is the amount paid by him after buying the tractor, and initially he had paid 6,000 rupees. So the total cost, the total amount which the farmer which the farmer has to give for the tractor is rupees 6,680, and although the initial cost was 12,000. So you see the pros of this installment is that he do not have to give all the money together. However, the cons are that instead of this 12,000 rupees, he now have to pay a bigger amount for the same thing, which is 6,680 rupees. So I hope you understood this question well. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching.